Last part of when a bad boy falls in love with an innocent girl who is the obsession of his enemy. Author point of view. You stepped in lounge and felt a disturbance, but then ignored. Moving towards a huge glass window, you saw Jungkook taking out his anger on the words. Your heart saddened, as what happening was not good for anyone. You walked away and poured water in glass for yourself. It was seventh month, but you were feeling like you were close to give birth. While drinking water, your gaze fell on LED screen, and you gasped. Glass fell from your hand, and you turned around in shock. Jan Taehyungff, putting his finger on his mouth, he gestured you to not make noise. But you were already froze, not believing your eyes that he was there, alive. Jimin was also standing beside him. He hurried to you as broken shards were in your feet. Carefully taking your hand, Jimin made you move forward. You hugged him and sobbed. After months, you felt safe. Taehyung was directing his cards to spread and then walked to you. Da Yan. You separated from Jimin and Taehyung embraced you. Shan, I thought you died. The blast. Taehyung, we are fine. And you? On your head. His heart was in peace as he can see that you were with the baby. Taehyung, please tell me that you're alright. Shan, yeah. Your body was jerking in sobs. Jimin placed his hand on your back and moved it warmly. Jimin, calm down, little princess. You sniffed and backed away. Your heart sank when you saw Jungkook at the exit. He was holding it that he pointed towards Taehyung. Jan, no. You, while screaming, you came in front of Taehyung, who had also taken out his weapon. Not even a moment passed and they both fired. You were safe as Taehyung had pulled you aside, but Jungkook was shot in his chest. You screamed as gushed out of the wound. Yan, Jungkook. Removing Taehyung's hand, you ran to Jungkook, whose knees hit the floor. Jungkook, Yan. His face twisted in pain, and he saw your blurred figure approaching him. Jimin and Taehyung followed you as you sat down near Jungkook. You held him. Yan, hey. In past months, you had told him for thousands of times that you hate him. But now seeing him in pain, your heart ached badly. Get up, John. He was worried for you, and your care for Jungkook hurt him too. You shook your head and let the tears left your eyes. Jan, please take him to hospital. Jungkook grabbed your hand. You saw fear in his eyes. He looked scared, not for losing his life, but for losing you. Jungkook, Yani. Jimin called the guards and they lifted Jungkook to put in the car. Taehyung insisted to come with him, but you sat in the car with Jungkook and kept his head in your lap. Your dress was already stained with his. Jungkook, princess. He whipped your tears with his trembling hand. Jungkook, why are you crying? She bit your lip as more tears escaped your eyes. JK, you hate me. Then, Jan, just don't die, Jungkook. You don't know why. You pleaded that. Jan, please drive fast. You yelled at Jimin, who was at driving seat. Taehyung was in another car. JK, I am sorry, Jan. He was struggling to keep his eyes open. JK, I know I don't deserve your love, to be a father of this child, but I really wanted to have a family with you. My love for you was always true, but it hurts you so much. Please forgive me, please. You cried loudly. His eyes were closed now. Jimmy's grip tightened on the steering wheel as he increased the speed. They reached to hospital and Jungkook was taken to surgery. Da, Jan, please sit. Yan, no. You were standing against the wall and your eyes fixed on the huge door of Operation Theatre. Ta, please, Yan, look at your condition. He forced you towards the couch and you just took a sip of water, denying to eat anything. Yan, he will be fine. He will not die, right? Ta, why you care? She avoided the eye contact. He walked away. He was hurt that he can never get what Jungkook has, even after the pain he caused you. Jimin, you still love him, huh? Jan, he is my first love. The emotions I felt. He was the first man who came in my life and won my heart. He's toxic, abusive. I don't want to live with him. But today I realized that I cannot see him in pain. I cannot let him die. What do I do with my heart that does not listen to me? You took out your emotions in tears, Jimmy. Sorry, it's not the right time. But he tried so hard to find you and save you from Jungkook. But now, seem like he wants to live in that prison. Jan, I only want him to not die. He rubbed away your tears. Doctors came out and Jimin helped you to stand. Doctor, we tried our best, but you tightly held Jimin's hand. Jan, don't say that he is dead. Doctor, he is not dead. His next hours are very critical and we are not much hopeful. They turned back and Jimmy yelled when you fainted in his arms. Doctors allowed Taehyung to meet Jungkook, who was still unconscious. Yeah, I swear, I wish that I had shot you in your head. But guess what? She is crying for you. Wake up already. I cannot see her like that. He looked tired. Ta. She gave birth to your son, but her only wish is that you don't die. But don't be so happy. She will not return to you again. I think it will be easy for her to move on if you stay alive. She has a too weak heart to carry any guilt. Jimin was sitting on the bed near you while holding a baby boy whom you just gave birth. Jimin, he is very pretty. Jan, he exactly looks like Jungkook. Jimin, Jan, will you go back to him? You stared at him. Jan, no. It's always clear in my head that I don't want to live with him. I always tried to escape, but Jimin, but you don't want him to die. You have such a soft heart, Jan. He gave you the baby and stood. You sobbed when on your head, Jimin. I don't think so that devil will die. Taehyung barged in, panting heavily. Ta. He woke up. You closed your eyes and sighed. Jimin told you. He walked out and Taehyung took his place. Ta. Wanna meet him? Shaked your head and that surprised him. Jan, take me home. Ta. You sure? You nodded. You were united with your father, son, Taehyung, Jimin, and their brothers, a house-filling family. Jungkook was shifting to his home, but you didn't go to meet him. Taehyung had tightened the security, as he doesn't expect any good from Jungkook. You stepped in lounge and your eyes widened when you saw Jungkook with Suga and Jihope. Suga, he insisted to meet you and Wubin. JK, Yan, he came closer. JK, I wonder if you can forgive me for what I have done. Jan, I can, but nothing can can be same like before. Don't think that we can live together again. He nodded as his eyes turned wet. Ta. Shani, where is his black shirt? Carrying Wubin, he entered and stopped. Jungkook, my son. Taehyung was in trance when Jungkook took the baby from him. He was shockingly staring at his brothers and you, many fears intruding in his heart. Jungkook was adoring the baby. JK, what's his name? Yan, Wubin. He caressed his soft cheeks. His own eyes were tearing. You noticed how silently Taehyung went back with a sad face. JK, Shan, he is the perfect blend of us, we. Jan, I cannot stop you meeting him, Jungkook. After all, you are his father. But we cannot be together now. And if you try to hurt me or my baby, or separate us, then I myself will kill you this time. You made it very clear to him. He chuckled sadly. Jan, I am trying to move on. If you have an ounce of regret, then I hope that you will not give me any more pain. He nodded and you left. He sat down there with Rubin, who was very calm in his arms. You came to Taehyung's room. He was standing near the window and was flinched slightly when you went to him and back hugged him. He turned to you. Ta, will you leave me? Shan, I knew you must be thinking this. Ta, I felt robbed when he took Rubin from me. I was scared that you will. You palmed his face. Jan, I am not going with him. Never. Ta, then why don't you hand him over to the Jan? He can never get me back and will see me living with you. To meet his son, he has to come here, needs our permission. I think this will be enough. Removing your hands, them, Taehyung. This is not enough for what he did with you, but I respect whatever you decide. You smiled and he wrapped his arms around you. Jan, so when are we getting married? Ta, not soon. You looked up. Ta, don't push yourself, Jan. He leaned on your eyes. Taehyung, I am not in hurry for or insecure, and it's not that easy to move on. Take your time. You are here, safe and healthy. It's enough for me. We can get married later. You rested your head on his chest, your safest place. Happy ending. So I didn't kill Jungkook, but yeah, John is not with him. Thanks for watching and love you all.